Today is a special day, guys. As I write this, as I speak to you, I have achieved my first payment of $50. After taxes, the Stripe fee, and conversion from dollar to euro, that amounts to actually 36 euro, to be honest. I feel very grateful. Very, very grateful. But I'm also a bit confused. I don't feel the sense of fulfillment that I had hoped for, honestly. I believe I understand the reason behind this, and I hope that when you experience the same achievement I have, you will be prepared for what I'm going to share with you. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. Today, we're going to celebrate this milestone together, right? We will also reflect on what this journey has brought me and explore the reasons why I remain careful about this new transformation. But before going forward, as always, please subscribe, right? So I know this is the right direction to lead you guys, to drive you, to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started, right? As always. So this morning, I woke up. And as usual, I checked my Substack dashboard where I'm building my podcast community. I enjoy see how many subscribers I gain overnight. Since I live in the Netherlands, but my community is mostly in the United States, right? I was very eager. Actually, I'm very careful to see the progress because for me every morning is a surprise. Okay, sometimes I gain 4 subscribers, sometimes 10, sometimes less, sometimes more. So it's always kind of a surprise for me, since you guys and I live in 2 different continents. Well, most of you, of course. But what happened basically this morning? I noticed a subscription from a beautiful, great human being who paid $50 for a year. Okay. My first reaction was relief, of course. I finally achieved this milestone, right? So for me was, yeah, I was relieved. I think that's the right word. But you see, when you work hard for so many years, right? Dedicating a decade of your life to achieving financial freedom and bringing your project to life, you expect to reach milestones sooner, of course. So I knew I set up this tier. I knew that my first payment would have been $5 per month or $50 per year, but I was confused. I wasn't happy as I wished. That was my confusion. Some of you might say, Fabio, it's your first achievement. You should celebrate it. You should be happy. And that's true. I acknowledge this feeling, but I also want to be honest with you. All right. The payment you receive is often related to the amount of time you have invested. Okay. So if you spent 5 decades to earn only $30, I'm going to make an example. How would you feel as a human being? All right. At the same time, if I think about it clearly, I have only been working on my podcast for just under 3 years, and my Substack project has been going for about 5 months. So I should remind myself that this is a real good achievement. Okay. I think I've made great progress, but my mind and body still perceive all the struggles I faced over the past decade. Okay. In all of this, I just want to remind myself that we shouldn't be focused on the money itself. I want to highlight the person who trusts me enough to give me this amount, this $50. And for that I am incredibly grateful. Perhaps more than ever before I started this episode right now. It means a lot for me that someone believed in me enough to support my journey for a year. It's beautiful. So, Fabio, I'm talking to you. You should appreciate the words that are traveling across space and time to reach all of you with my podcast, and appreciate you for all your help and support as well. And I want to thank my Substack readers for engaging with my notes. Your support is helping my podcast and Substack account grow as we all wish for a beautiful community together, you know? So I have not to lose the compass. Not at all. If we place value not on the money itself, but on what lies behind it, guys, everything makes more sense. Life feels calmer and as it should be, and the money will naturally follow, right? However, it shouldn't be the first thing on your mind when you wake up to work on your project, okay? So don't fall on this misstep as I did. And I would like to read these three notes for you. And they're very, very beautiful notes. And this for me are notes remind me why I'm doing what I do. First note, when I chased after money, I never had enough. When I got my life on purpose and focused on giving of myself and everything that arrived into my life, then I was prosperous. Quote from Wayne Dyer. Second note, people are chasing cash, not happiness. When you chase money, you're going to lose. Even if you get the money, you're not going to be happy. Gary Vaynerchuk. I think it's Gary Vaynerchuk. Well, you know Gary, I guess. And third quote, chase the vision, not the money. The money will end up following you. This was a quote from Tony Hsieh. I think that's how that's the surname Hsieh. It was a great entrepreneur, and unfortunately, he died. And now, I would like to take a moment with you. I would like to take a moment to slow down and really understand what we explored today. All right. Today is not just about a number. First of all, it's not about $50. It's about everything that lead to this moment. Every late night, guys, every early morning, every small decision that said, Fabio, keep going, you can do this. When I saw that payment, I felt grateful, of course, guys, but also a bit confused. I expected joy, maybe even a rush of excitement, right? But what I felt was quiet, almost calm. And at first, that surprised me. But as I reflected, and as I'm reflecting with you in this podcast, I realized something important. The milestone was never about the money, it was more about what it meant. It meant that someone somewhere in the world believed in what I'm creating enough to support it for an entire year, guys. That's not small, it's big. That's trust, that's connection, that's proof that what we put out into the world matters, even when we don't see immediate results. Okay. You see, we often spend so many years chasing results that we forget to notice the meaning behind them. We think, once I make this amount, once I hit this number, then I'll feel successful, something like that. But success doesn't always feel how we imagine it will. Sometimes it's quieter. Sometimes it's an invitation to look deeper. Okay. Because what I realized today is that fulfillment doesn't come from the amount, it comes from the alignment. Okay. When what you do match who you are, that's when you truly start to feel rich inside, guys. So let's highlight this together. The $50 wasn't the destination. It was a reminder that progress doesn't always feel like fireworks. Sometimes it feel like peace. Sometimes it feel like gratitude. And that's how you know you are growing from the inside out. So if you're building your dream right now, guys, whether, it's a podcast, a business, a book, or something completely personal, remember this. The value is not in what you get, it's in what you give. So the real wealth is in the people who trust you, guys, the message that resonates, the lives you touch. So as I close today's episode, a very short episode this time, I want to thank you for being here, for listening, for supporting, for growing with me. Because you're not just an audience, guys, you're part of this journey. And I genuinely believe that when one of us wins, we all rise together. Keep showing up, keep building what feels right. And remember, success is not just about what you earn, it's about who you become in the process. Okay, now I want to hear from you, as always. What does success mean to you beyond the numbers? Have you ever reached a milestone that didn't feel the way you expected? Send me a message, share your reflection, or connect with me on Substack. I would love to hear your story and how you are, redefining what true success means in your own journey. And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of reflection and growth. And if you know someone who has been chasing results and needs a reminder to focus on meaning, not just money, share this episode with them. Together, guys, we're building a life fueled by purpose, okay? Gratitude and growth. And thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for walking this path with me. Thank you so much for being here on Journey to Success. And thank you also to grow with me together. Until next time, stay focused, stay grateful, and keep chasing your vision, not the money. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.